So I want to talk to you guys about my first ever painting being sold. So I did a painting of Northolt Park. So what I did was that I basically went around London and I went to Northolt, which is like somewhere in Middlesex. And what I did there was that I basically just wanted to take photos and use that as a reference. So by then I would be able to like kind of get some ideas on what to draw, what to paint. I can use it as like, I just wanted to kind of get a feel of what nature was like as well, because I am pretty much a cityscape kind of guy. I like to draw cities. I like to draw a lot of like environments that is based on cities, and I just like to do it whether it's real or non-existent, and it's just my favorite thing to do. But I needed to step out of my comfort zone and do a lot of environmental stuff anyway. So when it came to that point, I was like more interested in just like how the outcome of the painting was going to go. So when I did that, I was like, man, this was going to be one of the most beautiful things I've ever painted. So as myself, I took so long to finish this thing because I like to take things quite slow rather than just rushing, because I normally would plan it, I normally would paint it, and I normally wait until, let's say, a couple of months until I actually get to do it. So by the time I actually did my painting, I actually was able to kind of give some people the work in progress stuff, and at that time people really digged the work, and I was like really happy that people saw the improvement that I was gaining as I was progressing into doing art full time. So I actually spent my time doing painting and wanted to kind of build my painting portfolios so then I could get rid of the ones that I did like previously at the start of 2014. That's when I did my artwork in general, or took painting very seriously, but they were also bad, so I kind of wanted to get rid of them. But at the same time, when I kind of was doing more of that progress on Northolt Park, I kind of got the feel of what acrylic painting was like. You had to wait until it was dry, so then you could just come back to it and then do it again. But also I was just so dense on the details. I was just wanted to get every single part of that detail to be there. And I was just really pleased with how the painting came about. As the painting came about, I will show you right here that the look of the final outcome was actually kind of great, and I got people that really dig the painting. They really loved it, they enjoyed it so much. They said it felt very alive, it was so amazing, one of my best paintings so far. I actually just did so much of it that I just could not bear to just like look at how people really loved it. I actually really was happy that time, and I was really enjoying how people were responding to it as well. But there was this one person that actually told me that this was so nice, and she asked if this is for sale. I was kind of gassed, I can't lie, but I didn't show it that much because I was just like, man, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I never thought this was ever happened to me at all when I made my first ever sale as a painter. Like, I never went to that many exhibitions during the time. I think it was the year after I went, I had my first kind of market exhibition going on there. But at the same time, I'm just there like, man, this was so strange, but this is so amazing. At the same time, I just didn't know how to handle it. So then at the time, I was saying, yeah, this was for sale. But the only issue is that I never really thought about how big the price was, because at the same time, it's like you don't want to rip up some people off. So there were moments where I thought something cheap, but that wouldn't really mean that they would take me very seriously if I just sold stuff very cheaply. So I had to basically kind of make a fair price. I asked my parents about this to tell me about how much I should charge someone for, and then at that time I was just a bit like, okay. I kind of went with what my parents were saying, so then that's what we did. And then after that, that's when I started to make the sales by sending the painting to a customer that was really interested in buying it, and then also got paid to do it. And I was just a bit like, wow, this was insane. Like, at first time someone actually paid for your painting is so insane. It's just like, man, I can't believe this happened to me. But as the years go by, sure, I may not have made a lot of money in terms of sales, but as the years have gone on, I still managed to make as much money as I could. But then again, it's just the start, it's the come up. So that's what happens when you want to do painting. To those that think that you can't, art is not a job, you can't get paid doing your paintings, that's a lie. Because at the same time, it's like you can do something like that, but it takes a lot of effort to just get people's engaging going and going and going, whether it's to do in social media and whether it is in real life. So basically going to exhibitions, going to markets, and kind of making a living out of you, and basically paying for like stalls, paying for your exhibition or your submission. And it's just a bit like, man, that's what happens when you really try your best to just like not only stand out, but also just kind of like share the stuff that you have created. And I think that's what people should do. So don't be discouraged if you don't make as much money as you do. It takes time. Just because it doesn't happen now doesn't mean it will never happen ever in your lifetime. So do your best to do art. Put yourself out there. Please keep on grinding, keep doing that work, keep showing people who you are as an artist, whether it's just real life or not. Trust me, you will get somewhere. It does take a lot of time. So it took a lot of time with me. I've been doing art for literally since I was little, but I took it seriously when I was about 17, and I basically kind of got myself into a position where I really have put myself out there. As it's going to the new year, I'm still trying to do my best to kind of get a lot of stuff out there right now. So now I'm gonna make sure that I do as much as I can in order to kind of progress and also kind of earn as much as I can. Obviously earned more last year and the year before. So yeah, you can do it. You just gotta put your mind to it. But yeah, that was my first ever paid painting that I received. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me kind of talking about my first ever painting. Let me know what you guys would want to hear me talk about in the comments below. Check out my social media, check out my channel. Please subscribe because it is free, don't forget. I also have some merches coming up real soon, so keep an eye out for that one. Still progressing that, but trust me, it will be worth it in the end. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace.